Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And because everybody demanded it, we're going to do another SheRa video.
Oh, there'll be more.
No.
There will always be more.
Actually, we're going to leave SheRa alone, and we got some commenters. I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll do a couple more. Maybe we'll do a couple more.
We'll do more, because I have one I'm working on, so...
Yeah, now we're going to approach this from kind of a different angle. We're not just going to complain about the show. We're kind of over that. Been there, done that.
Oh, I don't think there's much else you can say about it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
What we're going to talk about is where is Mattel in all of this? And there have been some marketing-related decisions over the last few weeks that leads us to believe that Mattel's version of SheRa and He-Man are very, very different from DreamWorks version. And I don't think the two streams are crossing.
Yeah, we said that before, but we weren't sure. But then when we saw this article, we're like, okay, yeah. This is very interesting.
This is very interesting. We'll point to some little bit of circumstantial evidence, I guess. And it might also explain why DreamWorks SheRa constantly uses the DreamWorks SheRa hashtag as opposed to just SheRa. I think this is...
Oh, yeah, they definitely need to be separated.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing. I don't care who you talk to. They are not the same thing. And that new show is not SheRa. But whatever.
Anyway. Okay, this is coming from Bleeding Cool of all places. Masters of the Universe and SheRa Golden Books coming in 2019. Okay, we're thinking, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to get some new... Oh, hey, it's classic He-Man. Okay, so they're going to bring out some Golden Books with classic He-Man. And here is the classic SheRa, too. So we're going to read the write-up here. Journey to Eternia to meet He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. This little golden book, based on the original He-Man toy line and TV series, introduces He-Man and all his heroic friends as they battle the evil wizard known as Skeletor. Children ages 2 to 5 and fans of the classic 80s series will love this fun-filled little golden book.
Wait. Children ages 2 to 5 and fans of the classic? You mean it's for the fans? You mean they're flat out saying the children and fans of the original will like it, you know? So the people on the new one, it's probably not for you.
Yeah, kids and 80s fans. Look at that. Probably 80s kids
they're
and their
not
children.
pissing on original fans? Oh my god, I'm so surprised.
And this is interesting. They they almost backhand slap SheRa. This is the official write-up for it. Meet SheRa, Princess of Power. This little golden book based on the original SheRa TV series tells the story of He-Man's twin sister, Princess Adora, and how she became the mighty SheRa. Children ages 2 to 5 who are fans of the new SheRa series on Netflix will love this, as will anyone who grew up watching the original show.
Wait, you're allowed to like it if you're an original fan? You mean you're not automatically a misogynist, homophobe, whatever they're going to insert? They actually say you're allowed to like this because you're an original fan?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
SheRa, Princess of Power is a classic animated series with a new look and new episodes for a generation of fans. SheRa is a brave, loyal, and empowering warrior princess for fans young and old. You mean the original SheRa?
Well, I think they're saying on either version.
Well, I think they're being very careful how they do this. So this is really interesting that of all the choices, now it does make sense with He-Man because 80s is definitely back. And, He-Man hasn't had a new show in, 17 years now?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But SheRa, that's sort of a puzzling decision, I think.
It's not a puzzling decision. It makes complete sense.
To use classic SheRa when they've got this new SheRa to promote.
I mean the one that's not really SheRa, said her name's SheRa, but everything else about her is not SheRa?
Yeah, so now there are going to be books based on Netflix SheRa. They're going to come from Scholastic. So this is a totally different publishing deal.
Yeah, unfortunately Scholastic's in all the book orders.
But they have a publishing deal in partnership with Universal Brand Development and DreamWorks. Scholastic will launch an extensive line in the US and Canada next summer for SheRa, including original fiction for 7 to 10-year-olds written by best-selling author Tracy West. The program will also feature graphic novels curated by series executive producer Noelle Stevenson.
She's curating it to make sure it's only the stories she wants to see.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd be more impressed if you had it curated by somebody else who wasn't these people on the show, somebody who was a neutral party. But that's just me.
So here's the thing. This goes back to the hashtag. This is definitely DreamWorks SheRa. Mattel does not seem to really have a dog in this fight. Like, they're not really...
Well, no, they seem like they do.
They
hey
do, and they're
guys,
choosing
we're
classic.
not showing the new toys. Hey guys, here we want hashtag. We want more, He-Man. We want more She-Ra with the classic dolls. Hey guys, here's little golden books done in the classics. Like, yes, come on, dang it, Mattel.
Okay,
there they are. I want them. I have
it,
the one. I need the other. I need to toss it, and I need Glimmer too.
Yeah,
come on.
Catcher's not out yet either.
I already have I said I had one, not the other. Yeah, I don't have Catcher.
So here's
brushable hair.
I know they have brushable hair.
Brush it so bad.
I know. Look at all that beautiful brushable hair. So okay, PowerCon again, perfect opportunity to promote She-Ra. And what does Mattel do? They bring prototypes of classic
the stuff people want.
Classic dolls to PowerCon. PowerCon, which is only a few weeks before the premiere of the DreamWorks show. Instead, they sort of tease the new show at FlameCon, and then they unveil it at New York Comic Con. Again, this feels like there are two different She-Ra properties.
It's a tale of two She-Ras.
It's a tale of two She-Ras.
It was the best of times. Right here. It's the worst of times.
It's the worst of times.
Right there. Anyway, so.
But it seems like Mattel has control of classic She-Ra, and they're marketing classic She-Ra heavily now, bringing dolls back potentially. I think they will do it.
I
think they will do it before it's all said and done.
And when you do, Mattel, you might want to send them this way.
Yeah, we'll take a box of those.
I would very much give you good publicity on these. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, because these are amazing. We have the She-Ra, and she's awesome. She's awesome. But this is very telling. Now, if you go out to Mattel, now somebody pointed this out to me on Twitter a couple of days ago, and they said, what's really odd too is, given that Mattel created She-Ra, created She-Ra, the original She-Ra, you go out to Mattel's official Twitter account, and there's absolutely no mention of the DreamWorks show, none whatsoever. They retweet the WWE. But they're not even retweeting DreamWorks She-Ra at all.
Which is odd. You think that they would retweet
It's weird. It's really weird. I mean, I'm not... Like we talked before the show, you said it does make sense to some degree because they don't have... Mattel's not producing toys yet.
Right, so there's no point.
But it's still their property. You think they would be excited.
You think they'd keep it going because they'd be like, look, here's a new She-Ra show, because eventually we're going to do toys or whatever. So you want to keep the excitement going. Yes, and they aren't.
But they're not.
I do want to point out the Enchantimals. It's hilarious to me because the Enchantimals basically start out as dolls that were part of the Ever After High line. I think it was Ever After High. It was Monster High or After High. They had like these little forest friends, and now they spun them off into Enchantimals, which I thought was funny. Go ahead.
So let's just scroll down. We'll go to the middle of November and even a little beyond, and you can see all the stuff they promote. Obviously Hot Wheels, their cars. These are all brands that they own. Hot Wheels. Enchantimals is getting a lot of mileage this Christmas. Jurassic Park. We've got Polly Pocket.
Really
they're
big.
retweeting WWE.
Lots
of WWE. More wrestling. Oh my God! Just Staples Center. Like they're promoting all this wrestling stuff on the official Mattel Twitter. And you go, and there's nothing. There's nothing. Now, granted, they're making action figures, but if they were even working on original She-Ra or new She-Ra action figures. If they were working on new She-Ra action figures, you would think
they probably will do it though. But unless DreamWorks, because they have the license of She-Ra, took it to another toy producer, which would be interesting.
Because this is Mattel. Mattel made She-Ra. They made He-Man, and I think they made a huge mistake in.
I am so surprised our daughter hasn't asked for one of those yet.
I know.
She'll wait until a week before Christmas and suddenly decide she wants it.
Harry Potter, the new Harry Potter figures, which are actually pretty cool. I mean, we checked them out in person.
I think we should have bought Dumbledore to see what's under his dress.
Go buy a Dumbledore to see what's under the robe. He's probably got like Bermuda shorts, or he's got like a Speedo or something.
I hope it's a Speedo. I'm sorry.
With Grindelwald's face on it, because that's where Grindelwald's face belongs.
Of course.
But there's nothing on Mattel's.
Oh yeah, we're past the date of the release.
Nothing. Like they're not even like, hey guys, congratulations for releasing She-Ra. We were so proud of this character when we made her. Nothing on She-Ra.
Side story, American Girl. My daughter waits till today to decide that she wants one of the dolls that just sold out recently. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? You said you didn't want them, and now you do, and now they're sold out. So that's gonna be fun.
So now we're into Halloween again. Nothing on She-Ra. We've got Minecraft. We've got tons of wrestling.
There's nothing.
There's nothing on She-Ra at all. Like they're like, it's almost like DreamWorks She-Ra seems like it's dead to Mattel.
Or they're just not having anything to do with it.
I mean, because if they got now the word is that they were actually going to produce toys of new SheRa next year, whatever, that Super 7 did the prototypes
Right.
to,
For the
release.
New York City Comic-Con.
For the Comic-Con, and that Mattel was going to take that over. But you're looking even at, go to Mattel's Twitter and you're looking at the toys they're selling. I don't know how they're going to make toys of these characters that little kids are actually going to want to play with. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem to fit the
As
play
much
pattern.
as they get PO'd about the original body types being the same, like those dolls, they're all the same, and the reason they're all the same is because it's easier to produce a toy when they're all the same, or roughly the same.
And they can switch clothes and.
I mean,
all
from a
that stuff.
production standpoint, it's a heck of a lot easier to produce that than it is to produce 101 different body types, everybody looking different, and everything else.
Well, they tried that with Barbie. They tried that a couple of years ago.
They're still out, but they don't. I don't think they sell as well.
They don't sell. I've seen them in the. It depends. Certain ones sell. I mean, it was an interesting idea, and actually, our daughter did like some of them. Now, if you're not familiar, they did a few years ago. They did different body types of Barbie. It was a Barbie and her friends, and they had shorter ones, heavier set ones, thinner ones. They basically did everything but the traditional Barbie bodies.
They had her too, though. They offered her as well. Yeah. So I don't know. It is awfully odd. It's like I said, the Tale of Two SheRas.
Those are fun.
I'm surprised she hasn't asked for that, honestly. The Tale of Two SheRas, where it's classic versus new SheRa. Of course, I'm not going to go there today, but Rotten Tomatoes, again, it's 5-star, 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 5-star.
Yeah.
And they keep
it's coming from
betting,
Tumblr. It's coming from Tumblr.
Well, that, or I think, or as we said before, I think a PR agent, the PR place, the one that, their whole campaign was, old SheRa's ass, new SheRa's great. I think they're doing
Old
it.
SheRa's ass.
Yeah, new SheRa's great. I think that the people, and if you like old SheRa, there's something fundamentally wrong with you. I think those people are the ones that are behind.
There's definitely some dubiousness behind the scenes, I think, with the DreamWorks SheRa.
But let's look back again at the beautiful golden books of the original SheRa. That is what, look, go buy these.
Yeah, we have.
I don't care if you're, 45. Go buy them. So.
Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. They're doing this. I think this is like Mattel trying to dip a toe into, getting that IP out there again. And I think probably, now they have a new CEO. I'm sure he's like, the worst mistake we ever made was letting another company take our
that was pretty
film
bad
properties.
I don't know if it's the worst mistake they've ever made, but it's
a
not
pretty bad one.
Yeah.
Because look at Hasbro. Look how controlling Hasbro is now about their properties, and then look at Mattel.
Well, I was going to mention something about Mattel. They own American Girl. And last year they had this brilliant idea that they were going to put Perma Panties on the American Girl doll.
Explain Perma Panties.
Okay, Perma Panties were, American Girl dolls, you're paying a lot of money for these dolls, but they're like,
$120?
They're, 115. They're like heirloom quality, well, they used to be, they're not so much now, dolls that you're supposed to pass on, and they always came with undergarments that were for the time period, which they still kept the time period underpants, but on any doll that was a modern doll that would have like normal, briefs type underpants, like female briefs, they decided it'd be cheaper if we just sew the underwear on as part of the body, because that fabric is a lot cheaper than the fabric they use for the body. Well, the problem is then girls couldn't take the underwear off. And they have like a toilet and a shower and everything for dolls, but you can't take their underwear off. And not just that, the fabric, because the type of fabric it didn't hold the body shape like...
Let me look this up.
Like the cotton would. So sometimes it looked like there was like lumps in their butt and everything else. So anyway, but Perma Panties, the reason I bring this up was because it was such a huge thing, and it was like a huge backlash from people about Perma Panties. It was such a huge backlash on the Perma Panties that they turned around, and it didn't even last like a month or two, and then they went back to the original, the doll underwear being separate, because the Perma Panties caused such an issue with the fans that Mattel backpedaled and redid it. So I have to wonder, is the same thing happening here?
Yeah. They might, they might, well, the Perma Panties is funny too, because it looked like they're taking a dump.
They did this. What I'm saying, look, there's like lumps where there shouldn't be, and stuff, and people had such a hissy about it, because the first pair in the picture, like on the one side, on either side, those are regular removable, and the middle's the Perma Panty. Plus, the belt was made of a ribbon that's going to fray. Someone who works with sewing, that's going to fray eventually. So basically what they did was they went back and took the Perma Panties off, and they went back to the regular style dolls. You can also see they're thinner with the Perma Panties and everything else too, probably because it saved money. So fans complained, and they went back to the original. And I have to wonder how long, because Mattel listens. My point is, Mattel listens.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, if they're going to listen. Hey, if you're listening, Mattel, again, we want more SheRa. We want more Masters of the Universe. So
classic Masters of the Universe.
We want that. Just you listen. So
Yeah, no, they do.
Get on that.
Actually, they're pretty good about that.
Brushable hair.
Brushable hair. Always brushable hair.
Anyway, but the golden books are cute. I just brought that up as an example of being the Pamela Panties, an example of how Mattel does listen when fans don't like something. And I did notice that they said this was ages 2 to 5, where the Scholastic was 7 to 10.
Yeah.
And these are 2 to 5, so they're probably going to say, well, these are for younger children.
The Scholastic books are going to sell to Tumblr fans.
The Scholastic,
that's who's going to buy them.
No, I'm telling you what's going to happen. They're going to sell, because I worked the book fairs, and what's going to happen is they're going to put them in every book fair and push the hell out of them, and kids are going to buy what's in front of them.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've only got like 10 choices.
It doesn't. But there's more than 10 choices.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. Any book fair we've ever done, except for like the really, really popular titles like Diary of a Kid and like like the Dog Man and like the typical ones you expect for kids. Whatever they're given is what is what's pushed. And they're going to push the hell out of those, the Scholastic ones on the book fairs. And kids are going to buy them, and only because that's what's in front of them.
Yeah.
You're going to compare it apples to apples. Give them choice of both, classic and original, and see which one sells better. But you can't do
classic
that.
and Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Classic and Netflix. That's what I meant. You know what I'm saying? Apples to apples. Compare them.
Yeah.
You can't say, okay, look, everybody loves it because we're buying this books. Yeah, but you're like one of 5 choices. You know what I mean? Other choices were like Lego Friends, Disney Princess, and a couple other things. So
yeah, they'll pretty much. It's like, here's some money, go just pick out some books, and they grab whatever they can get their hands on. It's just very interesting, again, from a marketing perspective, to see Mattel not even going anywhere near DreamWorks SheRa.
So
not even to be like, hey guys, congratulations on the launch.
That is odd. But
even the Dragon Prince, the animation studio did that, actually gave SheRa a shout out on their Twitter timeline, saying congratulations on the launch. Mattel, who created SheRa, nothing. Radio silence. Nothing at PowerCon.
That is odd.
Nothing on Twitter. Not even. I mean, they're just like washing their hands of the whole thing. It's really, really weird.
Well, the good news is they're putting out classic stuff, and they'll probably put out the new stuff too. And it's just going to be like, so you don't have to like the new one. You don't have to like the original one. Apparently, there's going to be stuff for you either way.
Yeah, I think Mattel knows what sells, and they're going to produce toys for classic collectors, because frankly they have the money to spend on a $150 doll, and Mattel will produce that. But I think they're going to be very, especially since they're just coming out of a really rough patch. I think they're going to be very cautious about what toys they produce. Like, you might get a SheRa and a Catra, and that's like it. I don't see them doing a whole line based on the new SheRa collection, because I think it's just you're just asking for problems. I mean, it's the same demographic as Steven Universe, and those toys do not sell.
Well, even the Super 7 ones, the body molds are pretty much the same, aren't they, on Catra and SheRa?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and so you have 2 characters that are about the same, and they use the molds. That's what you're going to run into. Your biggest problem they're going to run into for toys on the SheRa, the new SheRa and the Princesses of Power, is the exact reason that they wanted to do it. Was all the different body types are gonna, I think, cost prohibitive to a massive toy line.
Yeah, because even He-Man during its heyday, most of the figures they recycled parts.
Right, you could use the arms off this one for that one, the legs off. Heck, I mean, so Moss Man, wasn't he just Beast Man repainted?
Yeah, and Stinkor was Merman repainted,
right?
And they used I mean, that was very common until the very end of the line. They did some original sculpts, but for the most part, even when He-Man was raking in millions of dollars, they reused the same 3 or 4 legs, the same torsos, because it was cheaper, and they could keep the cost down on the figures. The figures were under $5 each,
right?
And they were pretty large toys. So when you start, having to create new tools for all these characters, it's too
expensive. So anyway, there you go. The Tale of Two She-Ras.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Mattel starts backing the DreamWorks SheRa more. We're not seeing it.
Right.
Which is, it's odd.
Because
it's
we're
very,
not
very
Mattel,
odd.
so we don't know what they're doing.
No, we don't know what's going on.
They might be working on toys right now, for all we know. But if you are, you're making a mistake. You need to do classic SheRa toys. And if you get hold of me, I'll send you my address. And so
there you go. No, I mean, still, you'd think that they would at least give DreamWorks publicly give them a high five for launching.
At least saying good, congratulations. Everybody go watch it. But they didn't.
Go watch it. This is based on our classic. And they're staying as far away from this thing as
it is. Interesting.
It's weird. It's very, very weird. Not saying they're shenanigans, but as a marketing guy, I'd be like, you'd think they'd be all over that, and they're not even
use it.
Going anywhere near it.
So anyway.
All right. So subscribe to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, views, and rants.
Yes.
Maybe not as much SheRa as we used to cover, but
no, there'll be SheRa. I mean,
will be
it's
SheRa.
me. Of course, I'm going to talk about SheRa.
And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the bell for notifications. And we'll talk to you later.
Yeah. All right. Bye.